with shoulders back. I invite you to bend at the hips first and bend at the knees. As you slowly come down, notice my back is straight, slowly coming down, 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 down. It's almost like you're doing a squat coming down. Your heels will naturally lift as you touch the mat. Notice that my shoulders are still back, so have your shoulders back. And now we're going to crawl forward. So crawling forward into a high plank. We bring our feet together and we lower our hips. Here we hold a nice strong plank and breathe. We think to squeeze the glutes. We think to bring our inner thighs together. We can feel them touching. We can feel them activating as we squeeze them together. And we breathe. Lower those hips. You should feel nothing in the back, just a nice strong activation and shake in your core. 3, 2, 1. Pushing from your palms as you come into downward facing dog. Spread out your feet. Bring your hands in, bend your knees, push your bum back. Feeling a nice stretch through your upper back and shoulders. Breathe in, breathe out. 2 more times, breathing in, breathing out. Notice that stretch, breathing in, breathing out. Fantastic. Bringing your hands all the way back towards your feet. Bend at your knees, bend at your hips, shoulders back, nice and straight back, and slowly coming up, squeezing your glutes, feeling your glutes as you straighten up. Here we go again. Bending at the knees, bending at the hips as you come down, shoulders back. Open up your chest, coming towards the mat, coming in forward into a high plank. Bring your feet together, activate your inner thighs and glutes, feeling that shake. Breathe. We hold this for 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back into a downward facing dog. Open the feet, bend at the knees, push the bum back. We stretch here. Notice the stretch through your upper back and shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Bringing your hands back all the way towards your feet. Once you reach there, you straighten your shoulders and lift up, nice and straight up. You finish your position nice and straight and head nice and tall. One more time, last one, shoulders back. Bending at the knees, bending at the hips, just dropping down. Your heels naturally come up, that's all good. Crawling forward into a high plank once again. Last one, 10 seconds. Bring the feet together. Notice the activation of your thighs and glutes and the shake in your core. This is a nice strong plank. If you're feeling it in your core, well done. 3, 2, 1, pushing your body back into downward facing dog. Open those feet, bend the knees, push the bum back. Breathe. Notice the stretch. This is straightening out the upper back, the shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Pushing your body back towards your feet, shoulders back, and slowly coming up. Well done. From here, I invite us to go back into downward facing dog. So I invite us to bend at the knees. Once again, coming down towards the mat, same things before. Coming in forward, downward facing dog. Just enjoying that stretch here at the back of the legs. Noticing the flexibility in our hamstrings. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Leaning in forward to a high plank. Bending at the elbows, keeping the body nice and straight as we extend all the way down. Relax the feet, breathing in, breathing out, coming up into cobra. You can go halfway or full way, depends on your back. You should feel nothing in your back. Tighten the glutes, push it through your pelvic bone. Hold here. Not easy for the arms. Feel it in your glutes. Feel the control. Lowering down. Breathe in and breathe out. And just relax your head in your hands. Here we are focusing on the strength of your glutes and your hamstrings. purely an activation exercise. So relaxing both feet, relaxing your head and your hands, because all the pressure is in your legs. So just follow me. We're doing 10 on each side. We're going to bend one leg, doesn't matter which one. Lift it bent, extend and down. Bend, lift, extend and down. Bend, lift, extend and down. So just breathe, breathing in and breathing out. Keep going. Bend, lift, extend and down. Now relax that other leg, but keep going. You've got 5 more. Bend, lift, extend and down. 4 more. Bend, lift, extend and down. Bend, lift, extend and down. 2 more. Relax that leg on the ground. Last one. Bend, lift, extend and down. Well done. A simple movement, but very good for your hamstrings and glutes to support your back strength. Other side. Relax the other leg. Now bend, lift, extend and down. Bend the leg, lift it, extend and down. Bend, lift, extend and down. Just breathe. Keep going. Bend, lift, extend and down. Relax your upper body. Bend, lift, extend and down. We've got 4 more. Bend, lift, extend and down. Notice the power in your glutes, hamstrings. We've got just 2 more. Bend, lift, extend and down. Last one. Bend, lift, extend and down. Oh, well done. Here we're going to stretch. Push your body back by putting your hands in your chest and momentum back, tucking in that core into child's pose, opening the legs, extending the arms, crawling the fingers forward, grounding your forehead on the ground. Just notice the stretch in the lower back, in your shoulders. We hold our stretches for at least 30 seconds. And then we get back into activation. We're going to isolate our inner thighs next and glutes. Just take some nice deep breaths here. Super important to be able to relax deeply while you stretch, to make the most out of your stretches, to become really limber. So just notice those breaths are deep into the tummy. Just notice the stretch. We invite that feeling of stretch in our glutes, in our back, in our shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Well done. From here, I invite us to lie on our back. Hands down, palms down. Bring the legs out. We don't want them too close in. We want them out. We are doing a glute bridge, but we are noticing the inner thighs and glutes here, as well as our core. So this is where we bring our core strength all together. So tucking in the core, so just bringing in the tummy, tucks in the core muscles, the corset muscles around the spine. And we think to bring the inner thighs together and we lift up. So we want to just think to lift as high as what feels comfortable for now. If you feel anything in your back, you lower down. But we do want to extend as high as we can, even 1% higher than usual. Let's bring the toes up in the air. This activates the glutes and hamstrings more. Just breathe and bring those inner thighs together. Just thinking to squeeze a ball in between your thighs. 3, 2, 1, slowly lowering down, touching the ground and back up again. We're doing 10 of these and down. So we're breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. 4 more. Think to squeeze those inner thighs. Breathing in, Breathing out. Should feel nothing in the back. Nice and slow as you come down. Really exaggerate the pace. So one vertebrae at a time comes down. Breathing out. Notice the power in your glutes. Notice the inner thighs firing up. Last one. And notice the tuck in your core. Hold it there. That's nice. I know you're doing well. I know you feel the burn, and that's what we want. Just little pulses here. Bring those inner thighs in. Invite the activation. And breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lowering down. Invite you to bring your hands underneath your glutes. Bend both legs into tabletop position. From here, we're going to activate your pelvic floor and your core muscles. So what we're going to do is extend one leg gently out and back in, just to test the waters here. Breathing in and breathing out as we extend. Okay, so that's the movement, and we're going to do 10 of those, but we're going to think to squeeze the core down to the ground, down to the mat when we come back in. And we're going to think to squeeze the pelvic floor. So this isn't easy. It's not something that we really notice that is working unless we're thinking about it. So let's try it. Extend one leg and bring it back in. So tuck in that core when you're in. Now squeeze the pelvic floor as you know best. So that's the bowel, bladder, cervix. So we're squeezing our pelvic floor. Extending the leg, keep squeezing, and now really squeeze everything, your core, your pelvic floor, and breathe. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep squeezing as best you can as you extend the legs. Breathe in, breathe out. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze everything as you come in. Breathe in, breathe out. Extend that leg, really squeeze. You should feel a good shake here. Breathe in, breathe out as you extend. See if you can extend the leg a little bit further out. Breathe in, breathe out. Squeeze, squeeze the core right into the floor. Notice the shake. Breathe in, breathe out. Really extend that leg. Squeeze, squeeze the core. Now think to squeeze the pelvic floor, because that can deactivate any time, and we just have to think about that. Extend out, squeeze everything. Notice the shake in your core. 2 more. Squeeze, 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 pelvic floor, squeeze the core into the mat. Last one. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Well done. From here, I invite you to go onto your side. Bend one leg, flex the other, up and down movement for your inner thighs. Up and down. Really quite simple. But we're going to put everything together in a matter of moments. Really making sure that we're getting all the muscles once again. Every week we make sure we get them all fired up for you. 3, 2, 1. Good one. Other side. So doing 20 here, up and down, flex that foot. You're on your elbow, or you can just relax down. Keep going up and down, inner thigh. Should feel it spread all the way in the inner thigh, or you should just feel like it's working in here somewhere, and as we repeat, the energy starts to fire up more and more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. Coming onto all fours. So from here we're going to start to do a little bit more for our core strength. So I invite us to go into downward facing dog, curling in the toes, tucking in the core, lifting up. Fantastic. Feel that stretch at the back of the hamstrings. Nice to alleviate any back pain through stretching. Hamstrings, glutes. Coming in with both feet, bending at the knees, bring your shoulders back, open up the chest. Now think to squeeze the glutes as you come up. Notice the inner thighs activate and slowly extend up. Well done. So here we are mimicking our core strength in real life. You know, when you go to pick up your baby in the cot, or once upon a time when you used to do that, or when you're just picking up shopping, or your toddler, or you're thinking to get another baby on board, this is what we're going to do. So we're going to have shoulder width apart with our feet, bending at the knees, bending at the hips, coming down, open up your shoulders, coming down, 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 touch the ground and come back up again, straighten out. Let's do that one more time. The heels will rise, back up. You might get some clicks in the knees, that will straighten out. And coming up, well done. From here, we're going to go down into a squat and a lift. So hands together, bending, 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 bending. So the knees are bent, the hips are bent. Hold here, have your shoulders back. So just notice how you're working your inner thighs. You should feel your inner thighs. If you feel it in your knees, work through your heels more. We want to feel your glutes, your inner thighs, everything that we've activated. We're holding here, shoulders are back, and we're breathing. Wonderful. You want to lift up and then extend the legs straight to the side. Okay, we're going to repeat that. So bending at the knees, coming into a squat, work through the heels, shoulders are back, coming up, and then other side. Whoop, bit of balance there. One side can feel harder than the other, and that's okay. Coming up. So just focus on a point. Feet are shoulder width apart. Coming into a squat, shoulders are back, lifting up to the side. I promise you'll get better at it as you practice. But here we're just doing a simple up and down movement with a lot of balance. And we're noticing the glutes as we come up, the thighs as we extend to the side. Keep going. Practicing amazing core strength. You're going to feel so, so good. Good one. 3 more. 3, squeeze the glutes as you come up. 2, keep the shoulders back. Notice the core on. 1 more. And out. Perfection. From here, I invite us to go back to the end of our mat, bending at the knees and the hips, lifting up the heels, coming back into that high plank, toes together, squeezing the glutes, inner thighs come together, noticing the core on. Well done. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring one leg forward in between your hands. And from here, we're going to balance into a lunge. So you are balancing on the balls of your foot behind, focusing on a point as you come up into warrior position. So both arms straight, gazing down the front tips of your fingers. And let's bring that front knee to come forward. The back leg is straight. All about the power of that front leg. And we're breathing. Bend it even more. Make sure that we have nice space between our legs. What I mean by that is that our knee isn't traveling over our toe, so really make sure that there's a nice angle there. Bring that foot more forward if you need. Should feel quite a burn here. That's okay. Gaze down, breathe through it. 3, 2, 1. Hello, new muscles. Bring the hands back onto either side of the foot. Bring it back into downward facing dog. Well done. Breathe in, breathe out. Notice your breaths as they're a little bit deeper. Core strength of our legs. 3, 2, 1. Other side. Other foot in between our hands. Gazing forward, focusing on a point. Coming into warrior pose. Both arms out, gazing down our fingertips. Bringing that front knee forward. Putting all the pressure through our inner thigh muscles, our glutes. The back leg is straight on the ball. We're doing amazing balance here. And just breathe. 5, a little bit more with the knee, bend through the knee to expose those thigh muscles. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down, finish off the movement into downward facing dog. Notice the stretch one more time, lower those heels. Gaze forward. Go side to side. Bring both feet towards your hands, either jump or walk them forward. Bending at the knees, bending at the hips, shoulders are back as we squeeze the glutes and come straight up. We've just got one more move to try. So bringing the foot to the side, we're pointing it to the side, and then we're just playing with our balance for our thighs. Swinging it slowly to the back, focusing on a point for balance, taking it out to the side, and then to the front. You should feel instability through that leg, but then slowly it should feel controlled as you focus. And breathe. It's the last exercise, and I invite you to keep that foot fairly high up off the ground, as high up as feels comfortable. Try not to dip it. Just imagine that you've got a step there that you want to hover your foot over. Heel up in front. Naturally the foot turns, comes behind. Hands out on either side, keep balancing. Step out of it, that's fine. We'll all have to start somewhere. Last one, well done. If you get a cramp, just come out of it. Finish off at the back and coming down. Well done. So first time we do this, we can get a cramp in our foot, so just give it a bit of a shake. You can massage it. Magnesium also helps. From here, we're going to do the other side. Last movement. We're going to start to the side, point the foot to the side, bring it in front. Just nice and slow is key. When you find your balance, that's when you move. Keep the foot high. Notice the new muscles that come into play to stabilize. Remember, we usually choose our favorite foot, so this side might be harder since it's our second choice. Nice and slow, focusing on a point, keeping the foot high, and breathe. Squeeze the glute at the back, notice the thigh muscles, point the foot forward, open up the heel, 2 more. Excellent, and last one. Woo. Just finish off at the back there, nice and high, squeeze the glute, and slowly coming down.